Hey, Bart Miller here with Cycling Strong. I'm really excited to bring to you gearing today. I know that a lot of you have had questions on this, and so I want to help you understand this. I'm not the best at it in the world, so I stopped to an amazing bike shop here in Idaho Falls, Idaho, called Bill's Cycle and Run. These guys are absolutely awesome. They won't be in front of the camera and talk to you there, but if you come in, they'll talk to you face to face. You'll gain a lot of knowledge from these guys. So I want to talk a little bit about the different types of gears that you can go through. So there's the actual standard that is right here, and that's a 5339. So if you're looking at a standard gear, that's what you want to go for. If you're looking for a mid-compact, which is this one right here, actually this isn't a mid-compact, this is an actual compact itself. This is a 5034, and then I've got a mid-compact right over here behind me that we'll get to here in just a second. So when you're actually looking at gears, there's all sorts of your front gearing, then you've got your rear gearing, which is on your cassette. So what you're trying to do is get the optimal gears for what you're trying to do. Now, lots of us live in different types of areas. So when you're in that area, that's what you want to take and set your gear up is for that area or for that exact race that you're going to be doing at that time. So if you're living here in Idaho or in Utah, some of us climb a lot of hills, and we want kind of some gearing for the hilly locations that we live in. But one thing you don't want to do is give up certain gears that you're going to need on the flats either. So you've got to kind of play with this a little bit. There is no exact science on it, so you're going to have to take it step by step. So one thing that you're going to do if you have a 5339, a standard, and you've got a rear cassette of like 1123, then you're going to be set up for more of a racing type of a style. That's what a lot of your racers are going to run, and you're going to have quite a bit of power to be able to push that type of gearing. If you're looking for something that's kind of in the mid between racing and your real hill type of gears, that's when you're going to go to this mid-compact that's actually behind me back here. And that's that 5236 with some sort of a combination. I think you could still stick with an 1123. The other ones you're going to want to do if you're climbing a lot of hills and it's strictly that's what you're after, then you'd probably go with a compact like this, and then you'd want to run something like an 1125, something like that would work for you really well. So that's the main thing to keep in mind on hills, is that's going to give you the ability to really gear down. Now, it doesn't mean that that might slow your cadence down, and it still might not get you up the hill as fast as you want to. So the thing you've got to think about in gearing is how fast do you spin your legs, and how fast can you keep that power while spinning your legs climbing that hill or on that long ride. So what I would encourage you to do is to go out and try different setups. Don't be afraid to get out there and put a standard on, try some different gears, and see how they work for you, because everything's going to feel a little bit different after you've rode it for a certain time period. So what I mean by time period is don't just take it out from your bike shop, ride around one time, and come back and say, yeah, feels pretty good. You probably ought to go out and put at least 20, 30 miles on and say, yeah, I could sustain that for a 100-mile ride or something to that nature. Now, there's a website called Calc, which is BIKECALC.com. You can go there, plug in all your information, and it's going to give you all sorts of reports like this right here. And then you can start to take that information and do your own calculations, start to figure out things, go into your bike shop and start to put the math together that works for you. But the basics are, you've got 3 different types to actually go out there and choose from. On the front, you've got a million of combinations on the back that you can combine the front with. Through those combinations, you want to get the optimal spin for your legs, which is your cadence, and power out on whatever you're trying to do. If it's a hill climb, that'll be one situation. If it's a flat road, that's another situation for you. If it's those combined, what are you the strongest at, and where are you going to shine the most? So if you're in a team, for example, I may be the climber that's going to pull everybody else. Therefore, I need gearing for that climbing, because I'm going to draft those guys when it comes to the other stuff. But they're going to be able to do it better on a different setup for them on a flat road setup. So look at your team, look at the guys you're riding with, and look at what you're trying to accomplish. That's all I can tell you on gearing, and that's what I've learned today the most. So I hope that helps you out there. I know you're gonna have millions of questions, so make sure you put them down here below, and I'll get some of the guys from Bill's. They can write. They may not be on the camera, but they'll be happy to jump in there and give you some answers on the bottom of the questions. So ask the questions. We'll get them to answer those questions for you the best that they can, and then we'll see you out cycling, and hopefully you'll be able to be cycling stronger every single day, and you'll have an amazing year. Now, I know that we're going to get mountain bike questions. That's a whole nother video. This is just on road bike setups, but I hope you enjoyed it, and most of all, keep out there and keep cycling strong.